Are you serious? Are you serious, guys? We're very serious, and you should see what the sun is doing, and now what we're doing to try to prevent the damage to the earth, okay? Serious damage to the earth. But first, let me put a shout out right now for www.noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. You see the second largest and third largest bank runs in American history happened last month. The government, guys, seriously, the government is taking steps to guarantee all deposits. That means more money will be printed. Inflation will rise. Thousands have approached noblegoldinvestment.com to secure their wealth with gold. Gold is the most stable asset outside of government control. You should hurry up. Go to www.noblegoldinvestment.com or call them on the phone at 877-646-5347 and secure your wealth. And for every qualified IRA investment, you will also receive a 5 ounces pure silver coin called America the Beautiful. It's a 5-ounce silver coin. Beautiful. So check it out now at noblegoldinvestment.com. Guys, here's what's happening, though. We have a serious situation with the solar flares on the sun. Really, the sun is reacting, I believe, and a lot of folks are now admitting that a binary system is causing it. But like a tornado siren for life-threatening storms in America's heartland, a new computer model that combines artificial intelligence, or AI, and NASA satellite data could sound the alarm for dangerous space weather. The model uses AI to analyze spacecraft measurements of the solar wind, an unrelenting stream of material that's coming from the sun. They'll predict where an impending solar storm will strike anywhere on the earth. What? With 30 minutes of advance warning. Are you serious? We do get 30-minute warning, but what are you going to do about it? This could provide just enough time, they say, to prepare for these storms and prevent severe impacts to our power grids and other critical infrastructure. Okay, the solar wind is a gusty stream of material that flows from the sun in all directions, all the time, but carrying the sun's magnetic field out into space. While it is much less dense than wind on Earth, it is much faster, typically blowing at speeds of 1 to 2 million miles an hour. The solar wind is made of charged particles, electrons, ionized atoms that interact with each other and the sun's magnetic field. The extent of the solar wind creates the heliosphere, the sun's region of influence with interstellar space. So the sun constantly sheds solar material into space, both in a steady flow known as solar wind and in a shorter, more energetic burst from solar eruptions, like these are CMEs, or coronal mass ejections, and even solar plasma storms. And when this solar material strikes Earth, well, magnetic environment, it's a magnetosphere we have. It sometimes creates so-called geomagnetic storms. And the impacts of these magnetic storms can range from mild to extreme. Okay, but in a world that's increasingly dependent on technology, that effects are growing ever more disruptive and ever more critical and dangerous. For example, the destructive solar storm of 1989 caused electrical blackouts across Quebec for 12 hours, plunging millions of Canadians into the dark and closing schools and businesses. The most intense solar storm of all time on record is the Carrington event of 1859, which sparked fires on the telegraph stations and prevented messages from being sent. Had the Carrington event happened today, it would have even been more severe impact. It would have really widespread electrical disruptions, persistent blackouts, interruptions to global communications, and technological chaos would have crippled the economies and endangered the safety and livelihoods of people worldwide. That's what they're concerned about. So in addition, the risk of geomagnetic storms and devastating effects on our society is presently increasing. As we approach the next solar maximum, a peak in the sun's 11-year activity cycle, which is expected to arrive in the year 2025. Here's the deal. But besides this being the solar maximum, the impact or the effect of Planet X is causing the sun to even be more irritated, more aggressive, more active, and more dangerous than ever before. Now, Jesus said in the Bible, in the last days, in Luke 21:25, for there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, distress of nations with perplexity. The sea and the waves will be roaring, and men's hearts will fail them for fear, for looking after those things coming upon the earth. For the powers of heaven will be shaken. Then we're going to see the sign. We're going to see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, you know what he said to do? Look up, lift up your head, for your redemption is drawing nigh. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. I'm Pastor Paul Begley. This is the Coming Apocalypse YouTube version. Give your life to Jesus Christ. He is coming soon.